maybe Dowland. It's kind of a cool name. Wonder if that's a real name. Good morning, user. Good morning, all-time traveler. Listen to my voice. Good morning, Afaggiato. Good morning, new guy. I love when new guy joins. Hello, Melissa Cothran. Actually, new guys never join. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, Miguel. Good morning, Suckaducka. Kind of a crude name, Sucka. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Michelle. Hey, I got a #1 gifter badge. Or Melissa just got a #1 gifter badge from me. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Saturday morning. Honestly, I don't really have any idea what the date is. I mean, I think it's April 22nd. Happy Saturday. This is a little show. I don't know how dark it is. I guess I just don't worry about how dark it is. Let's move the table over a little bit. Hello from Arkansas. Hello, RJ. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful sunrise just peeping up over the houses. RJ, you're rushing me. You're rushing me. Don't be so excited. Although I appreciate your excitement. This is a little show I've been doing for a long time. We're really coming up on 4 years now, and it's changed formats, changed forms. I don't know if forms and formats is redundant. Probably is, but that's okay. So am I. It's a show I started on another platform. It's a show I started when I was sad in life and missing a woman and in a place I didn't like living and missing a whole bunch of things, and realized that talking about my stuff made me feel a little better. And for some reason, I started doing it live on another social media platform. Well, here I am 4 years later. I now do it every morning as I wake up. I post random videos during the day, and I share a little bit about life and what we have going on and what emotions are bouncing around my head, thoughts that are kicking through my brain, moments of panic, moments of joy, moments of near ecstasy. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's more than all that. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I am so excited to take my first sip this morning. My hope is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, good morning, Lois Davis. That is what I needed. And let me tell you, I won't even keep you in suspense. That was the cinnamon dolce. And it was hot. Good morning from Clarendon Hills. Good morning, Beerta, I think. It was hot. And that first sip hit me like a sledgehammer. It was delicious. Let's have a second. Let's keep going. That is so good and so needed. Let's have a third. We already did RJ. We'll have a fourth. We'll have a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh. I am half asleep. Somebody said I'm asleep, I think. I don't know if they were talking about me. But they're right. Just woke up a few minutes ago. Heard a bird chirping. Saw there was some light in the sky coming through. Going, crap, I hope I'm not late. And realized I better wake up, at least check what time it is in case I forgot to set the alarm. Yes, I set the alarm on a Saturday morning. I do, because I work on Saturdays. I work at a local super Target, as most of you know that are watching and have watched before. I start at 7 a.m. Hold on. Patriot, what do you need help with? Somebody's saying no one hears me and he's asleep and help. And it worries me because I know there's a lot of struggles out there and a lot of people feel ignored and not, I don't know, heard and desperate and scared and worried and panicked and stressed. And even if this person's just joking to harass my page, just the chance that he could be serious and feeling those feelings makes me pause and reach out and say, hey, what's going on, Patriot? If you want to talk, I'll talk to you. How am I feeling, Ken? I'm feeling good. Thanks, RJ, for asking. Feeling good. I had a long day yesterday. I wake up at 5:30 most days. Do my little video show. Go to work at Super Target. Have, a weird amount of fun for a job. I really would do that. Even if I become something else, I still might keep a shift or two, or maybe pick up a lunch shift, go in at lunch and do what I do because it's really kind of fun. But anyway, it's still exhausting. But after that, I went immediately to my daughter's meet. She had a meet in South Naperville. She runs track. She listened to her dad. And I'll tell you what, it didn't bring her to any great records, but it made her a little more fiery and a little more competitive. And she ran 2 half miles. And I think she's been taking it a little easy on the first half of the half mile, the first quarter mile. And I got her to push it a little bit. And honestly, she struggled a little bit on the second leg. Her time was still good. The second lap, she didn't run quite as fast as she'd like, but they were still PRs for the year. But I think there's some left. I think she can do better. I think she pushed it and found out her limits, tested her limits a little bit more than she had before. And I think in the next couple weeks, she's going to get a little stronger. She's going to push that first lap, and she's going to be surprised how much energy she feels on the second lap and hold on a little longer. And her time's going to drop quickly. So I was proud of her. I don't think she's, I won't say her time, but she's a junior in high school. I don't know why. I won't say her time. It was a little windy, but it was actually beautiful. It was later in the day. She ran around 6 o'clock and the wind had died down and it was a perfect temperature. But she's a junior. She really enjoys it. She's competitive as heck, which makes me proud. She gets so nervous. She's a lot like her dad. In that she, I think, struggles with a little anxiety and stuff. Yeah, she ran the 4x8 RJ and then the Open 800. And those are fun events. And the 800 is a cool event. So I'm going to have a little more sip of coffee and take a break from track because I'm not done with my story about yesterday. Oh. So after... and you gotta know, I'm 54 years old. My social life consists of doing the coffee morning video, generally, going to work and coming home and sleeping. So for me to do anything beyond that is a bit of a miracle. So I went to the track meet, and on the way home from the track meet, I met a buddy out at a local microbrewery, one that I thought was a crazy idea when I heard of it, one that I thought was a good niche idea. I don't know if you guys know what microbreweries are. Good morning, Robert Montgomery. Places that brew their own beers and make specialty beers and IPAs and what have you. Beers that I generally honestly didn't even drink when I used to drink. I was consistent. I liked Heineken, and the one thing I knew about microbreweries is they rarely sold Heineken. So I'm going, what the hell am I here for? Anyway, I heard about this place. It's called Go Brewery in Naperville, Illinois. And it's right across from Salamoth. It's in the same parking lot as Salamoth, RJ. but it's a non-alcoholic microbrewery. I thought it would have no chance, to be honest with you. But I'll tell you what, it had a nice crowd last night. I would say a little more age appropriate than for me, a slightly older crowd. But hello, Rock Dugan. Where have you been, Rock Dugan? I actually think I did a video about you and your name, Rock Dugan. I miss you. Yeah, it's a non-alcoholic microbrewery. They make a bunch of different cool tasting beers. I had their Pilsner for $3, and then I had a stout right before I left, which tasted a heck of a lot like Guinness, I'll tell you that. And I'll tell you what, they sell a couple regular drinks. There was a couple ladies talking to me for a while that were drinking some sort of cider with alcohol. And I was with a couple buddies that still drink. They tried, obviously, the NA beers, but it was super fun. Go Brewery, that's it. Go Brewery, I think, or something like that. Yeah. And there was a great band. There was a great band playing that did so many a great mix of songs from, the Beach Boys up to, I don't know, more modern day songs. I mean, I hate to say it, I'm revealing my age, but I mean, like Gangster's Paradise, which isn't modern day. It's probably 20 years old now, but still, to me, it's like new music. And but they did a cool mix. They had a cool acoustic vibe, and they did a great job, a fun covering. I think it was called like Trace Mustachios. I could be wrong. Hey, way to go, Rogue. You are the Sumatra lover. Welcome, Rogue. I hope you got a hot cup of Sumatra in front of you. I, too, am a Sumatra lover, but fairly often I like to mix it up for my Sumatra. Yesterday, I feel bad. I realized I drank my whole cup of coffee. I did my morning show. I was barely awake yesterday as well. And I did not reveal what I was drinking. It was a Sumatra French roast mix, which was fairly okay. Not as good as this cinnamon dolce. RJ asked if I like the Kona Blonde. RJ, I do not know. I mean, I've heard of Kona as a coffee. Never, I don't think, had it. I'm sure it would be fairly good at minimum. What do they say? And I won't say, it's kind of crude, but I think they say sex is like pizza. Even when it's okay, it's pretty good. And I feel that way about coffee. Rarely do I taste coffee and go, bah. A lot of times, the worst thing that'll happen with me in a cup of coffee is I won't notice it. Way to go, sober for 12 years. Pete's Major Dickinson blend is number 1. Yeah, we have a couple Pete's coffee houses here in Naperville that I frequent from time to time. They don't. It's kind of funny. They don't do free refills like Starbucks does, which I must say I really do enjoy. And there was a young lady working at the local Starbucks the other day that I go to, but she was, I think, new. I didn't recognize her, and I recognize the employees. Oh, they know me. They know me. But anyway, I went up to get my refill, and she goes, oh, yeah, we don't do that anymore. And I almost went into cardiac arrest and was flipping and flopping on the floor. Just kidding about that, but I was scared. And I mean, I appreciated it. It was a joke. She was just joking. But it wasn't April Fool's, but it sent a panic up and down my spine. You don't do refills. What am I going to do? This is what I do. I don't go out to non-alcoholic breweries. I don't do any... I don't have a social life. If I'm feeling cuckoo, I go to Starbucks after work. And I thought it was rather gutsy of the new lady to say that to a guy with his own coffee show that knows every employee at Starbucks. But I was impressed with her moxie. Sky is getting pretty. There's couple clouds off in the distance. I hear a bird chirping. I'll show you what the hell. Ugh. I don't know if you can even see or if you guys even care, but I think it's important to, or if it even is, you can get a feel, but it's pretty. And there's one of those, I don't know, trees with the pink flowers and the leaves are falling off, but it's still beautiful and the light's coming through. And I don't know, we're going into late spring. May's such a pretty month, and we've had some real beautiful weather here in mid to late April, and we had some cold days as well, but that's kind of what April is, and you never exactly know what you're getting. You just thank the Lord when it's not cold and rainy. And that's kind of the way life is. You never really know what you're getting. But I think it's important to have gratitude. And I'm learning lately, I think it's when you're feeling the crappiest, when you're feeling the worst, when you're most angry, when you just start going, holy crap, it's most important to find something to be grateful for. Because that's when you need it. That's when you need it. You need that gratitude, because I think gratitude has a way of pushing the bad thoughts and the bad feelings out of your heart and out of your soul. And I don't know, replaces it. I think we only have so much capacity in our bodies, our minds, or whatever for thoughts and emotions. And I'll tell you what, when you're grateful for something, it's hard to be angry at the same time. So RJ asked, what am I doing after work? I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to see how my morning goes. I need to reach out to my ex-wife. There was talk of me having a little sleepover with my main man, Augie. For those that are new, I have a beautiful little son who's almost 2 years old. My ex-wife sent me a video of him that was so cute. I bet I could post it here on TikTok. You guys would love it. He's just about to learn. He's just learning how to walk, and he does it with such joy. I'm going to get teary-eyed. And he's got such a big smile on his face. And for those that don't know, he has Down syndrome. And I only bring that up to give you some perspective why he's not walking yet at 2. So I think he's a little behind, but he's perfect. He's not behind. He's right where he should be. But he has such joy and such enthusiasm for everything. And just watching him, and my ex-wife, like I said, sent me this video of him trying to stand up, walking a step and falling down and smiling, but pushing himself back up and doing it again and loving his mama cheering for him, or when I'm cheering for him, whenever anybody cheers for him, he gets so excited and has such a passion for life. And he's such a little bundle of joy and such a little perfect nugget. And yeah. So I might, I have hardwood floors. I don't think if he was walking around here and he was falling down, I'd worry about his little head. Might bump his little head on the hardwood floors. But he's tough. He'd shake it off. Try it again. I'd go, yay, Augie. And he'd go, with all the happy, his whole face explodes with emotion. So yeah, we might do a sleepover. I have them on Sundays normally. But our schedule got a little moved around this week, and I might have them for a sleepover tonight, and have them tomorrow as well. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, it's about 6:17, I believe. I need to drink some coffee. Gonna eat a banana and eat some oranges. Maybe eat a bowl of cereal. Oh, real quick aside. Augie drinks, for anyone interested in my dietary habits, and I'm not saying you need to change yours, and I'm not even saying I'm changing mine. But the other day I realized my milk was spoiled. I mean, I don't know if it was spoiled, but it was past its expiration date. I'm not big into drinking milk that's past its expiration date. If you got a question how good or healthy or tasty something is, I just don't eat it. I assume most people are that way. However, my little nugget of love, Augie, drinks almond milk when he's here, and he likes I forget what it's called, but it's slightly sweetened. And I'd never had any, but we put it in his bottle, and he drinks it, and it's funny. He lay on the floor and drink it with the same face I used to do after I was probably taking my first sip of Heineken. A lot of joy. But anyway, I tried almond milk in my cereal. I'll tell you what, it was dang good. It was dang good. And there might be some, I don't know if there's health benefits to drinking almond milk, but it doesn't go bad nearly as quickly. It doesn't expire. It does maybe eventually, but it lasts a lot longer. And if I'm always having a jug for Augie here, I don't know why I'm ever buying that big gallon of milk. I hate carrying that gallon of milk around the grocery store. I live by myself. It's the only milk you drink? Somebody said food prices are going up. They continue to go up. I don't care what the CPI says. I used to be in the style I was going to go. Now I'm talking about the market and economy. You'll get statistics that are coming out about inflation. I'll tell you what, I work in the grocery aisle of Super Target. I see inflation almost every day. We just raised the price on our giant box of Cheerios from $6.19 to $6.69. It never moves so quickly that you notice it. But if you watch it every day like I do, because I'm stocking the shelves with those Cheerios, I go, hey, that just went up 50 cents. And you're seeing gas prices creep up. Almond milk is good. And I'm worried that I think we have trouble coming in our economy, a lot of trouble. But I don't think inflation's under control either. And I think interest rates are higher. And sometimes I'll do videos about my thoughts on the market, but I'm going to touch on it real quickly. I have a buddy that I met last night at the bar that's been trying to buy a house for 6-7 months. He's only put a few offers in. There's still no inventory out there in houses. And although mortgage rates are around 6.5%, and this might bore you guys because I normally don't talk business, but just had a few thoughts. Mortgage rates are, 6.5%, which, yes, is historically not too high. But most people out there that own homes have refinanced and their mortgage rates are at 3%. And if your mortgage rate is at 3% and say you own a $600,000 house, and I'm just making up the numbers, you own a $600,000 house and you want to downsize into a $350,000 condo, let's say, or a townhome, and you got to get a new mortgage rate at 6.5% or maybe 7%, your payments might be the same as they were on your $600,000 house. And because of that, people that own houses aren't selling, because if they sell, they got to buy. And then if they buy, they got to get a crazy high mortgage rate, and it's not going to bring down prices. And for a guy that was a realtor for 17 years, and it feels great not to be let's say, RJ, if you sold your house at 2.9 and you bought something at 7, or if you want to upsize, your payments are going to go through the roof. So people are often stuck in their homes. I mean, not in a horrible way, not that it's desperate, but for a guy that was a realtor for 17 years, and I cannot tell you how happy I am not to be a realtor. But anyway, it's weird. And there's really so few for sale signs, and there's a pool of buyers out there that really needs to buy a home. So any home that pops up is gobbled up quickly. My buddy put in an offer above asking price yesterday, and they have other offers, and we'll see if he gets it. And I bet he won't. I hope he does, because he showed me the pictures, and he was a former real estate client of mine. My last real estate client. If he would have bought last fall, I'd probably still be in the business. God didn't want me in the business anymore because he didn't buy last fall. And I left, and it feels good, and it's fortunate. But he showed me the pictures of this home, and it looks beautiful, and it's in a great neighborhood that I know real well. And I'm hoping for him, but honestly, I'm skeptical because the home looked too nice, and I bet it'll get a bunch of offers, and I bet he needed to go crazy high. And it's just such a weird time in the economy, and I'm very concerned about things. and prices are going up, and gas prices are creeping up, and that big box of Cheerios went from $6.19 to $6.69, and nobody's talking about it. But I go to Starbucks, 3-4 times a week. A cup of coffee that was $2.50 3 years ago is $3.50. None of the individual moves breaks the bank, but it all adds up. And I don't know. I'm going to be interesting times to see what's coming down the pipeline in terms of the economy and the world and things in general. So those are my thoughts on that. Let's have a little more coffee. I hope I didn't. Boxes are way smaller. Debbie, I gotta go. But boxes of cereal are way smaller. It's ridiculous. We have like 10-ounce boxes of cereal now. I tell you what, my mother, I was one of 3 boys, and I had a younger sister, and my mom and dad worked hard to provide. It was late 70s, early 80s. They came in big boxes of cereal. But I don't know what these little weenie boxes of cereal are good for. They're not even good for me at home alone. A 10-ounce box of cereal or a 12-ounce box of cereal is 2 bowls. I mean, that's not worth the packaging. It's amazing. And I did a video on that called Shrinkflation. It's amazing how the boxes are shrinking and the packages are shrinking. I even had a Heineken Zero who's shrinking a little bit. And I absolutely use the Starbucks app. We actually drank powdered milk. Let me tell you, RJ, now I'm dating myself and telling you that I was from the 70s and 80s, and it was nasty. We would drink powdered milk. And it tasted bad. And if you didn't stir it up enough and you poured it in your cereal, little clumps of the powder would still be in your cereal. But again, that's what people did in the 70s. Hey, thank you so much, user. That's what people did in the 70s and 80s. I think the economy was tough then, and I think it could be heading towards tough times. No, not Ovaltine. Ovaltine's good. Powdered milk was not good. Generic powdered milk. It's funny. I talk about people. I work in a supermarket. I talk to people about the Target brand products, and sometimes we'll refer to them as generic. But I'll tell you what, the Target brand generics are pretty high quality. We have like Market Pantry and Good and Gather, and they seem to have a good product. When I think of generic, I think of the white boxes or white packaging. It was white, and it said milk on it, or cereal, or flakes, or something like that. Oh, that was generic. And those products weren't so high quality. But we'll eat less and become healthier, maybe. Yeah, there's an Aldi. There's several Aldis. Yeah, they do have great prices. Aldi is amazingly, and I tell you what, and I gotta go. Aldi's they're doing a makeover and have been over the last several years, and their refurbished stores are amazing. They're cool feeling, and they used to feel kind of cheap and crappy, but they're cool feeling. I don't know why they're so cool feeling, but Aldi's doing an amazing job, and if they can make money selling food for the prices they do, God bless them. And we're lucky to have them. And because they've really turned their business is a great business model. They offer, pretty decent food at low prices. And if you're struggling out there and, need to put food on your table, you go through a grocery store and you buy several things that might cost you $50. That same several things will cost you $30 at Aldi. And I'll tell you what, that savings means something. So, anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. I really do got to go. It's almost 6:30. I got to leave my house in the next 25 minutes, and I haven't even eaten yet. But I so appreciate you joining me on a Saturday morning, sharing a little bit about your a little bit of your morning with me, sharing a little bit of your coffee. Let's have one more sip. Cheers to us. I hope you guys had a wonderful night's sleep. I hope you had a great day yesterday. Your week behind you was great. You're excited about your day. You're feeling good. You are loving yourself. You are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.